Morning guys. Hello, so today we're gonna be talking about GJ, looking at on how to take trades on GJs, British pound, Japanese yen. So, like I said, this is for learning purposes only. And secondly, any trade I'm gonna take, I'm gonna put it out there. It's up to you. It's optional. You don't have to take my trade, but it's optional. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's up to you to take it or not. But I'm gonna give a detailed explanation why I'm taking each trade I take. Yeah. So we're on the pre-London session right now before the London Open. So right now we're just gonna see what's actually happening in the market before we take trades. Like I said, when I come into the market, every time I'm about to take trade, I go to check for the news. If we have any big news coming up, I try to check first before I take in my trade, or just check what's happening first at the market. Then let's see how it goes for GJ today. It's 11 p.m. So I'm on Forex Factory. I check the calendar and check what files we have. So let's see. Today is a Thursday. So basically, we don't have any news for GJ right now for the British pound. So basically, everything's just gonna move as usual. No news to affect the market right now. So that's good. Then I go to my chart. Give me a sec. Let's check this out. Any questions you have, just put it up on the chat box, then we'll take a look at it. Or if you have any pair you want us to go about together, just drop it out there. We'll check it out together. I appreciate that. Just drop your questions and answers. So firstly, like I said, we'll go to the daily and see what's happening on the daily. Like yesterday, the stream yesterday, we're having support on the daily candle. Now the daily candle came down and right now it's resisting the bottom, so we're creating support on the daily right now. If you look at this week at the bottom, we're pushing back all the way up. Like I told you, it takes 24 hours to form the daily candle. So right now, what I can see right now, this level on the market is a heavy rejection in the market on the daily candle. So definitely the smaller time frame is just, we're going to see heavy rejections on this level. So look at this, the last 4 days, price got here, went back up, price got here, went back up, price got here, yesterday went back up, right now price got here, went back up. So this level is a very crucial part in the market, heavy support level in the market. So yeah, so right now we're resisting, so we're going up. So definitely we're looking for buys. We're having a support on this level. Then I go to the 4 hours and see what's happening. The 4 hours, like I said, we're looking for buys. Right now, we're kind of this level. If you could, you can see this level, this heavy level of support in the market. Let me just mark that area out. Support. Price just created support. There's a high chance anytime price creates support, it has to go create a resistance. Because I trade price action, support, and resistance only. So price just created support. This level is a very strong level in the market, which price hasn't broken. So we just created support literally on this side, like we did on this side. We created support and we pushed back up. Right now, we just did same thing. So we're expecting price. We're looking for buys right now. So I use the higher time frame to get the direction or the move of where price is actually going to. Then I go to the lower time frame to take my move, pick out my trades. So right now created support. The next 4 hour candle, which is we have roughly 3 hours on it, 2 hours for 5 minutes. We created support, so let's go on the 1 hour and see what happens. On the 1 hour, literally we created support. So the more you move each time frame, the more you adjust your marked out zones like your support levels, because the support level for the hourly and the the hourly, the 4 hours, daily, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, it's always going to be different. So the more you switch time frames, the more you just adjust it for it to make sense for you. So right now I'm just going to adjust this. Right now we just created support in the market, although this is a strong level of support. If I draw it down to this side, this is a strong level in the market for price support. We're rejecting. So right now we created support on the hourly, created support right now. So price has to go from resistance. If you look right now, we just having an indecision on this level. When I mean indecision, we're just having price printing. Let's just draw this. Let's see. Price just printing on one direction, just printing sideways, like you can see, just sideways. The market goes up and down. Once the market start moving sideways, you know there's consolidation, indecision in the market. There's no direction yet for the market, so basically you just wait. We have like 53 minutes on the hourly candle, so you just basically wait. But we've created support, so we have to go create resistance. We created a mini resistance over here, but we're printing sideways, so I'm not yet convinced on this resistance. So let's see what actually happens. We created support on the hourly. Then I go to my 30 minutes. This is why I try to play my trade. Now I use the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes to play my trade. So right now you can see this level is a support level in the market. This area is a very strong level in the market for support. The price, the candle actually closed inside this level because I'm actually after the body, not the wick. When I'm looking at support and resistance too, but like I'm actually after the body, not the wick. The wick plays a role too, but I'm actually after the body of the candle. Like I said, on the hourly, we're printing side by side, which was what price is doing right now. If you can see what's happening. This is side by side movement. There's no direct direction of where price is going to. No direct direction compared to when the price is actually going down or when the price is actually going up. So right now, no direction. So you just wait and anticipate. So right now, we created a mini support, like mini resistance, like I said on the hourly. But let me just mark that area out on the this minor resistance level in the market, and now we create on the 30 minutes. This is the major support. Now we've created this is the new support being created on the 30 minutes. This is a mini support on the market still. This level is a mini support. I'll just mark that out like this. This level is a mini support. Why? Because this is the new support that was being formed in the 30 minutes. This was the previous support. Morning, Oscar. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. This is the new support being formed right now. We created a mini resistance. We created major support. So let's see what actually happens. So I want price to break out of this range for us to like have a direct direction of what is actually going on in the market. So we just have to wait. Thank you, Oscar. If you have any question about any pair you're really looking at, just pop up the pair on the chat below there. We'll take a look at it. And if you have any question you want us to go about, just put in your question and we'll go about it. Thanks for tuning in. So we have 20 minutes on the 30 minutes candle, 30 minutes to close this candle. We have 20 minutes basically, so we just have to wait. Right now price in a range. Yesterday, if who watched the live stream I did yesterday, that was kind of same thing where price was in a range, and when price broke out the range, it just went one direction. I told people that were actually on the live stream I needed price to break a certain level for us to get a buy, and I needed price to break certain level for us to get a sell. So, and it played out beautifully. Who took those trade? Who actually waited? Because I told you guys, you have to wait for you to make money off this market. But if you rush, you're just gonna lose money. Be patient and just wait and see what the market gives you. So right now, I'm just being patient. This is a range. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. So right now we're in a range. So I'm not really convinced. Although, let's see what the owl is doing. Well, we have 50 minutes basically in the hourly candle. This candle, we have 50 minutes. So we're in a range. So I'm not yet convinced of where price is going still. So I'm actually waiting for us to break out of the range for us to take trades. Look at the 15 minutes. This is daily range. This was the mini support I drew on the 30 minutes, and price is actually respecting that level. So let's see what happens. Price needs to break out of the range for us to take a clean trade. We have 3 minutes to go on the 15 minutes candle. I'm after the next 15 minutes candle actually opening. That's what I'm after. So we just wait and see what the price does. So like I said, when you're taking trade, you need to, before you take your trade, you mark out your targets, mark out your entries and mark out your target and have like nice risks to reward before taking trade. So right now, if price, we're actually going on the sell, we're going on a sell. My first target for the sell is gonna be, is the 1 hour to back there. If we're going for a sell, my first target for a sell is gonna be this level. This level in the market. This level in the market. This level in the market. This is my first target before we head all the way back down, because this level is a strong level of support and resistance in the market. So you need to find the rejections. That's where you actually plan your trade, because if you have to find rejections in those levels for you to actually plan your trade. And secondly, any trade I take on this live stream, I'm just going to put the trade I take. I'm just going to write it at the top left of the chart. So just stay tuned. We're just going to wait. We're in the range. So I'm not going to rush the market, because the market is going to do its thing anyway. So you just have to just wait and see what happens. So we're in the next 15 minutes of the 30 minutes. We're still in the range still. So I'm not convinced for a sell. The range, so just wait. Let's take a look at what pair. If you guys have any pair you want us to look at, just drop it on the chat box, then we'll go about it. Where I'm tuning from, I'm in Canada. I'm in Canada. Oh, US oil. US oil. US oil. Do I have that in my watch list? Let's check. I don't have that in my watch list, so I'm just gonna pop it out. US oil. I don't trade US oil, so that's why I don't have it in my. Oh, from Spain. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So you just got a new friend from Spain, Oscar. Those. Oh, I hope I said that right. Oscar. I'll just call you Oscar. Let's check the crude oil. Where is it? Give me a sec. So let's check US oil. What's actually happening on the US oil market? So right now the hourly, let's say the hourly, let's say we created resistance support right now. And one thing about support and resistance, once support is formed on a higher time frame, we have to go create resistance, which now we did already. And if you look, we're kind of in a bearish movement still though, but we have a very strong support level in the market. So before I take sales, firstly this, let me just mark out some things. So this level in the market is a very strong level of support and resistance. If you see to the left, like this level is a very strong level in the market. Look at how price tapped into this level and just rejected. You mark out this level, this is a higher time frame. This is a heavy level of support in the market. Right now, creating support, now we're creating resistance. So basically, taking sales, I want to take sales below this place, below this level, because if you see this level, we never closed below this level. The price just tapped in and bounced out. Price just tapped in and bounced out. So right now, the current candle currently broke the because one thing about trade that I have to tell you guys, if we're going up, we're just gonna be making higher highs and higher lows, and if we're going down, we're just gonna be making lower highs and lower lows. So right now we broke both sides, so like there's an indecision in the market right now, but you just need to, we have 42 minutes on this hourly candle to close 42 minutes. So let's see what actually happens. 42 minutes. So I go to the 30 minutes and see, I go to the 30 minutes and see, look at that level of support. Price actually tapped in and just rejected that level. So I go to 30 minutes, we created support on this level. Now we created a mini support on this level again, because the higher you go in your time frame, you mark out this level. So once price is making support, you just need to know that okay, we're making support. The next thing price has to go do, price has to go form resistance. Now this other level of support in the market, we created one. Now we created another higher high support. So right now, this candle is printing side by side. So this is a level of indecision too on the market. You want price to close below this level to first target this level, and you want price to close above this level, this area. If I mark out this area is a strong rejection in the market. This area, look at it. You want to see the candle closing above this place, this level, to push up. And if we push it up, this should be the first level price should get to. Let's say this first level, but I know we're gonna push all the way down here because of all the way up here because of, oh man. This should be my target, because before I take my trade, I try to mark out my level of targets. Okay, I'm taking buys. Okay, why am I taking buys? They need to be like confirmations for me to take buys. They need to be confirmations for me to take sales either. So right now, there are no confirmations right now for where price is going. So like I just wait. We're kind of in a messy range, so we just wait to create a support. Now we create a resistance. So right now we're in the range. So we just wait to go back and look at the chart. So we'll see what the next candle does. Let's check the 15 minutes. What happens? What happens in the next 15 minutes? You see, we're kind of in a messy range because see now the next candle is bullish. Now we're in a range trying to push up. So I'm not really after, I don't trade range. I wait for price to break out the range for us to take a buy or sell. Like if price closes above this place, what I mean close, I'm not talking about the wick. I'm talking about the body of the candle. Actually, it's closing at 9 minutes, but closes above this level. Then we're going to push up to this level. First of all, first target this level. First fill this week, that's this level because price reacted on this level. If you look at it, always look at your left to see what's actually happening. Your left, it actually matters. Look at your left to see the reaction of what price is actually doing. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, if you have charts, you like that's gonna be way better. I look at that. If you have chat, just send it. I'm just gonna pull it out here. I'll just tell you how you would have taken or made your trade better in all aspects. Yeah, I accept chat. Just how you send in your chat. Just I know most of you know, but like for the ones that don't know, go to the take a snapshot. Just click this button over here. Take a snapshot. This button. Click it. Click it. Then copy. Then you just paste it on the chat box. Then I'm going to look at it because if I after the last few like well, just send it to me. Then I'll just take a look at it. Just send it on the screen. Then I'll just open it and or like something like this. But I want to, if possible, give a detailed explanation. Not a detailed explanation what you want to do on this chart. Are you going for buys? Are you going for sell? Then I'll tell you what to do to make the trade better. How do you avoid fake out when trading breakout? How I avoid fake out? That's why, like, let's say something like this. Now, this, like I told you, we're in a range on GJ. This is 30 minutes candle. How do I avoid fake out? Like, let's see, uh, right now, this candle, this new candle, this current candle actually broke the low of this candle. Most people already saw it broke the low because if we're going down, we're just going to be forming lower lows and lower highs. If we are actually going down, this candle broke the low, but I don't just rush to just I'm just going to sell right now because it's going all the way down. I wait for the candle to close, like actually close, for me to see how it closed to avoid fake out. Because if I don't wait now, let's say I go for a sell, I just short this thing, see how it faked me out. It just came all the way to this level and it broke this level and it went back up. So I wait for the candles to close. That's a higher confirmation. Can you check my chart, please? I haven't seen any chart. Where did you drop? Just put it on the chat box. I haven't seen any chart. Andrew Dawson, I hope that answered your question. You wait for the candles to close. Don't just rush uh, momentum that is actually happening. That can fake you out. Wait for candles to close. Just be patient. The market is always gonna present itself properly for you. You just have to get the necessary confirmation before taking your trade. So right now, patience plays a big role in the market. Patience plays a big role. So right now we're just consolidating. Now, this is actually a very messy area. I want to, if we're gonna close above this level, I want this one is a fake out on the 30 minutes because that's just gonna be a week. Let's see on the 30 minutes because the 15 minutes is a week confirmation to taking trade. I want price to actually, this is the 30 minutes. You see how this went up and went all the way back down. I want price. Let me just put a trend line there for you guys to see something. I want price to close above this level. Let's see this level, this white line. I want price to close above this white line, like above. Not look at this one. It closed on the range. I want price to close above this white line for me to be like so be certain that we actually broke the resistance and I'm going to be after the next candle to push all the way up. Don't trade in the range. That's messy. Trading in the range is messy. I want price to actually close up. So right now we have in the hourly candle, like I said, we created support. So right now we have to go create resistance at the top. So we have 34 minutes in the hourly candle. I will bullish still. So let's see what happens. If we're going up, I want this candle to close above The 15 minutes is a weak confirmation for taking trade. The 15 minutes, so I'm not after the first 15 minutes, I'm after the second 15 minutes of the candle, because the 30 minutes has two 15 minutes. So when we are in the second 15 minutes, when the second half of the 30, I just come over here and see what happens. I want price to actually close above for me to know, oh, okay, now we're gonna push it up. If that makes sense. I always know your risk to reward. Wow, if you're taking trade, we close in 3 minutes, 30 minutes close in 3 minutes. So let's see how the 30 minutes closes. Are we gonna close above, or we're gonna come back inside the range? So let's see what happens. So we're pushing. So let's see. Let's see how the hourly is. I feel we might be heading down for GJ, because price we're just in the bearish trend, we're in the downtrend. I don't use trend line, I wait for candles to close actually, but like we're in the bearish movement, so I feel we're just gonna, price came down, now we're gonna create resistance to push all the way back down. That's what I feel. But this level is a strong level in the market for support, so you really need to be careful. We're closing in 2 minutes to 30 minutes, so like let's see if we're gonna be anticipating trades. We need to see price actually closing above this candle, closing above this area to take trades. So I'm going to be after the next candle. This level I'm messy. Wow. Thanks, man. Blake Brown, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. You see how we're closing in a minute? You see how price is trying to kind of rejecting this level, coming back to the range. So that's why you kind of wait for candles to close. I read candles. This has happened a lot of times. You see price just break this, and you know what? It just fakes you out. So let's see how the candles close. We're closing in 30 minutes, but let's see how it closes. One thing about the range, it just goes up and down, create support resistance, create support resistance. It just goes up and down. So right now, let's see what happens. So now the hourly, we have roughly 30 minutes left on the hourly. We created support, so right now we have to go from a sort of resistance at the top. So I've left for me, I feel if we're gonna head up, we're gonna first get to this level, then we're gonna have a strong reaction on this level. Because if you look to your left, this level is a very strong level where price actually rejected to this level. Because I'm after the body, not the wick. The wick will just fake you out. So let's see what happens. Never just rush and jump into like trade them, because it's just heading. So we're closing in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Let's see what happens. It closed. It closed above. It closed above. I want to see if we're gonna be heading up. You want this candle? Let me go to the 15 minutes. If we're gonna be heading up, you want this candle to break this candle, but like, look at your reward and look at your risk, what you're risking. Because if I was to take a trade, which I'm not taking because my risk is not making sense. Let's say if I was to take a trade and I'm aiming for this level, What's my reward? What's my risk? Look at my risk. My stop loss is going to be on this level below the previous candle. Why is my stop loss there? Because if we're to head up, I don't expect price to break the low of this candle. If we're heading up, we're just creating higher highs and higher lows. But look at my risk and look at my reward. Not making sense because I know this is going to be the first level of rejection. Why I'm not convinced yet for the buy? Do you consider news in the market? Because today we had a lot of news on the forex. Yeah, so one thing about news that I know, like the news, it affects the market. Yes, it affects the market. But one thing I've noticed about the news, if we're like one the direction, and there's this news that comes up or pops up that there's something happens in London about the British pound, it's only going to be affected just that area. That's just that time. Yeah, price can just go left when its price is supposed to be going right, but after the news, price always go back to correct itself. It corrects itself back. So sometimes I don't really I consider news. Sometimes I don't consider news, but one thing I know is that regardless, it's still gonna happen in the same way. Like it's gonna happen in the same way, same how it's gonna be happening. Like lower lows and lower highs. Wait for confirmations. If there's actually news, it's still gonna go same way with price action, regardless. But sometimes news can just make price just shoot all the way up, but there's gonna be a correction regardless, and it's just gonna come back down. So I don't really allow news. So I know this is where we're heading. We'll take trade. This is our first level we're gonna get to. But look at my risk. That's for people who wanted to take this trade. And I was not convinced about the trade because of my risk. The risk is more than my reward. I know price, once we break here, we're going to get to this level first, as explained. Why? Why I said that? Why I said that? Because of this level on the left. We have level of we have reactions on this level. We have reactions on this level. So let's see what plays out. If that makes sense. Because you need your risk and your reward needs to make sense before you take in trades, right? If you're aggressive, you would have taken this trade, but like I don't like my risk is more than my reward and it's not making sense. So yeah. If price breaks this level, I know we're coming back all the way up here. So always look at those levels first for you taking your trade. So yeah, we'll just scrap this. We'll make, like I did not like that. I did not like that. So if you can't find a good entry in your 30 minutes or your 15 minutes, if you have like big candles, like let's see how many pips is this. I want to have like a reasonable risk. Let's how many pips is this? This is give me a sec. US 30%. Let's say 17 pips to reward of 10 pips. That's not making sense. I don't like that. That's dumb trading, right? So I was not cool with that. So if I was really aggressive, I really wanted it, yeah, I wait for price to just actually leave that area for me to go. US 30, the US 30 is actually moved by so many things, right? I took the trade. How can I send in my chart before I so this is how you send your chart. You go over to this level, go to take a snapshot. You go to this level, go take a snapshot, then just click it. Then you're just gonna copy this, just press copy, then paste it on the chart. Then I'm just gonna take it from here and just upload it. Just I'll copy it from here. So come here, take a snapshot, upload it. Then yeah, if you take a trade, yeah, nice. But like I told you guys, this is gonna be the first level before price reject. Price is gonna kind of reject this level, which you can see right now. Price is actually rejecting that level because I looked at my left. Where's the level of rejections in the market? Always find those level of rejections, support and resistance. That's how you trade. That's how you plan. It makes sense. So but what I feel about this trade, we might be here, but what I feel about this, Let's see what actually happens in the market. Now, this is the first level. If we're gonna head up still, this is my next level in the market. That, oh, okay. If price comes, this is gonna be next level in the market. This area, this level is gonna be next level in the market. If price closes above, like breaks this level, this is gonna be next level. If that makes sense. I took the trade before. Can I send you my chart? So, yeah, US 30. I don't. Let's check the US 30. The US 30 is moved by so many things, but it's still same idea. Still, you're just gonna be making, if we're going up or going down, we're just gonna be, if we're going down, we're just gonna be making lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. And if we're going up, we're just gonna be making higher highs. And you want price to break the next high, you want the next candle to break the next high, and you want the next candle to break the next high. If we're heading up or if we're going down, vice versa. If that makes sense. Yeah, the US 30 is skyrocketing. Yeah, just send me your charts. Where did he send the chart? I can't see anything. You just sent your chart. I can't see your chart. I can't find any chart over here. Let's check. GG. Give me like, for the person asking about US 30 right now, price already formed what supports over here. So what the price has to go do now? It has to go find resistance over, and this level is a very messy level in the market because this is support and resistance level. Look to the left, to the right, support, 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 resistance. So this level, price will react. If you want to continue for further buys, you want price to break above this, close above this level to take the price back up. But right now, this is a very strong area in the market. So it's probably areas where you see support and resistance, support, support, and you see resistance. You see price got here and price just rejected that area. It hasn't closed yet, but like, it's a strong level in the market psychologically. So you have to take note of those key levels. Those should be your take profit, because you don't just expect. Some people just expect. Some people expect. Let's just use this. Some people expect price. When price is pushing up, once price is pushing up, you just want price to just go all the way. It happens, but like you just want price. Yeah, but once the market or the price is going up, it actually looks to the left and scan what's the next level I'm gonna, like, I was having issue at, or what's the next level of rejection in the market. It looks to the left, and if you look to the left, look at this level. It's going up. It's looking. Once it's breaking new levels, it's looking okay. Yeah, okay. This is a strong part in the market, and look, it rejected, and now it's coming back down. So you look at those things. GG. I'll go back to GG. You can't see it, but I sent already away. Thanks for the advice. I only counter trend. I don't know why I can't see the chart on this screen. You see how price rejected that level. Rejected that level. But who took this trade? Yeah, good for you. Who took the trade? But how many pips was that? That's like 11 pip plus. Took the trade. Anyone took the trade? Good for you. Other ideas are gonna come in. Other setup are gonna come in. So like, you don't have to rush when you once you miss a move. Just, you don't have to just rush when you miss a move. You missed it. You missed it. Just relax. So I think I'm gonna. I don't know why I can't see you guys. Uh, your your chart, but that's weird. I think I'm just gonna have a let's see. Let me just open up something. Let me open up something on how to go about the. I want to see your chart actually to know how to like guide and coach you on how to exit trade and when trade is not gonna go back your direction. So you see, so I'm just trying to pop up something. I'm be back in a sec. I'm just gonna drop a Telegram. I think I'll pin a Telegram link next time where you guys can just drop your stuff on the Telegram link. Then I just um, go about it with you. See the chart. I don't know why it's not popping up on the. It usually does, but I don't know what's happening right now. I can't find your chart, but I only counter trend traded. I scale to resistance. I only counter trend traded. Yeah, yeah, that works still though. I'm not the. Everyone have different strategies of trading, right? So I try to find what works for me and go with it. Fibonacci trend line and stuff like that. I don't use this stuff while trading. I try to wait for candles to actually close. I wait for the timing. Like if you look to, we have 2 minutes on the 15 minutes to close. And right now, what are we doing? We're heading back down to the range that I marked out. To the range. Like I said, if we're gonna head up, I know we're gonna get to this level and reject this level. So we might be heading back down because price you want price to create a low because we're making lower lows and lower highs in terms of the higher time frame. We created a low, Asian low. Now we created the new high. We wanted to retest this level which we broke out from, this support level which we broke out from. I feel we're gonna be heading down. And if we're heading down, I marked out my first level and stuff at the bottom. So yeah, let's see how it plays out. Yeah. So today we already have 11 pips. Move. Just put it up on the top screen. GPP. 11 plus 11 pips. So right now we're back in the range. So thanks, Asini. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so any question you have, just put it up on the chat, then we'll go over it. Let's look at US oil. Someone said we should check that and see price broke that level. And look, we're gonna We just skyrocketing. If we were gonna retest to push back up, so that makes sense. That makes sense. GJ. Rejected this level, so don't go heading down sharp. If you have any question, just put it up on the chat box. Then close to break even. So how do you manage how do you trade is not going your direction? Like I said, let's say we're on the buy, then we're pushing all the way up. We're pushing all the way up. Then now we rejected this level now. If you know trade is no more in your direction, you want to, once this current candle breaks the low of this candle, I'm gonna be exiting my trade. Like that's, I know the trade is no more valid. Yeah, if close to break even, that's good. That's good. That's good to know. Before we click, we have like buys or sell, close to break even. Okay. I feel we're gonna be pushing. The price rejected this place heavily. Like I marked out. Mark out this target because once you don't have target, you just put a random take profit. You might just get stuck and just lose money. Most people, maybe their take profit be here. You just need to see the first level. If it's 10, 20, 15 pips it gives you, just take it. More opportunities come in the market, so you don't have to rush the market. If that makes sense. Rejecting that level heavily. So we are approaching the London Open. The London opens in like 11 minutes. So we're gonna see what direction price is. Cause right now we're still bullish though, but we want to see what actually happens. Right now we reject. We might be heading back down. So the London Open opens in like 11 minutes. So we rejected this level. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're still bullish. If it closes like this is a weak confirmation for bullish though, even it's a higher time frame, but it's a very weak confirmation. Price opened and closed on the same level. Once I see stuff like that, like this, we might still be heading up, but I don't really like this. I want to see the next candle breaking the highs for us to know we're pushing up. But right now, we heavily rejected that level. I think we might be heading down, so you never know. So you just wait and see what happens in the market. So right now, I've noticed that the London Open normally gives a real push to the same direction as the 30 minutes candle. Yeah, that like the candle before not the candle, yeah, I would say the 30 minutes candle, but like the direction at which the 30 minutes candle actually, yeah, that makes sense. The London push, the trend it actually is on. Like if we're on a bullish trend, it just gives a push to just hit the next level of support and resistance. But right now we rejected this level. So what's the next thing that comes to your head? In 10 minutes, like in the hourly, the higher time frame rejected this level heavily. We're still bullish though, but like we're now pushing all the way back down to the range. The 30 minutes is showing you that what's wrong? My stuff is just frozen for some reasons. Just let's check that. My stuff just got frozen. Okay, let's see. So right now we have 6 minutes before the candle closes. So let's see what happens. The 30 minutes. The 30 minutes is still like this is a heavy rejection, but let's see what happens. I feel there's a liquidity grab this level, but let's see what happens. It hasn't closed yet. We have 6 minutes. A lot of stuff can happen in 6 minutes. A lot of stuff. So let's see what happens. We have 6 minutes. If we're pushing up or if we're pushing down, like you wanna, if we're going down, you want to see this candle breaking the low of this candle if we're pushing down. So right now we just in it. So let's see what happens. Uh, the hourly is still. Let's see what happens. We might be pushing up with the London push because we're still bullish. So let's see what happens. The last 5 minutes. Let's see what happens. In 5 minutes, with the London opens. So let's see what happens. So we're pushing all the way back up. 15 minutes. This was gonna. I just took this trade. This if this was gonna be anybody taking this trade, this is gonna be entry. The break of the 5 minutes candle, because we just created support. The break of this candle to anticipate back to touch to test this level. So in 6 minutes about happening. So we have 3 minutes left. So let's see what happens. This should be your entry. Stop loss here. Look back to retest this level. We tap this level. So because why? The hourly is bullish. So anyone's taking that trade, that should be a nice trade. So like I feel the London Open is gonna rally, push the trade, the stuff back to that level, back to this level. This should be your entry in the 5 minutes. That should be your entry. And the London push is gonna take it all the way up here. So this should be your entry. The break of this candle was gonna be your entry already. And the London Open is in 3 minutes. There's gonna be a push to this level first, this level, then all the way up. We're still bullish, so well, weak bullish. That was a fake out. You see why it's good to wait for, but we're still bullish in the hourly, so let's see what happens. But this was a heavy rejection. If we're heading down, that trade, let's see the 5 minutes, if it closed me out. We're bearish in the 5 minutes now. If we're heading down, you want to see price breaking this current 30 minutes to head all the way back down. But let's see what happens in a minute. In 49 seconds, let's see what happens. The London is about opening, so in a minute and 6 seconds. Oh yeah, so what was it, 15 minutes? 5 minutes a weaker time frame, let's do 15 minutes. So go stop that. That's why the 5 minutes could get a very short stop loss. And yeah. minus 5 pips. Buy daily 5 pips, minus 5 pips. 15 minutes. Those taking sales, you want to see price actually breaking this low. Yeah, then it should be your entry to rally it all the way back down to support. London just opened. Why that happened? The hourly, yeah, I wanted to take an aggressive buy because the hour, this hourly was just the previous hour rejected this level so hard, so it only makes sense for price to rally down. And the 30 minutes closed bullish, but this was a heavy rejection. We just broke the low of the previous 30 minutes, so we should be heading down. Like I said, if you were to take sales were below this level, current level, the previous 30 minutes, stop loss above. But to get a reasonable stop loss, you go to the 5 minutes, stop loss above on this side to rally all the way back to support, as explained. So this trade is no more valid. You take losses and wins, but you try to keep your losses short. And yeah. Minus 5 pips. So we're back in the range. So like I said, this was supposed to be your entry. Anyone who's going to take this trade, this is going to be your entry. Who was looking for sales, as mentioned before, this was going to be your entry. Once I take 1 or 2 trades and I get what I want, then I'm good. Then let's say if we're shorting, this was going to be a short, then your take profit was going to be on previous candle, the previous 30 minutes, heading back to support. If that makes sense, this was going to be a nice and right trade for anyone that was going to take it. Why you were going to take this trade? Back to about 13 pips. So if that makes sense, it always makes sense for candles to close and confirmations. So like, because if we're going up or if we're going down, we're going to make it higher highs and higher low. What happened? This 5 minutes. The 5 minutes is a weak time frame for confirmation. This 5 minutes is a very weak time frame, so you shouldn't be using that. I took that those 5 minutes. Why I did that? Because of we created a mini support on this level and we broke the previous candle, but the 5 minutes is a very weak confirmation, so it's very necessary you use the 15, the next 15 of the 30, the last 15 of the 30. So 15 hourly gives you a strong confirmation. Like the 30 minutes rejected this level heavily, and look at how we close. So it only makes sense for the London Open to just keep on pushing down, if that makes sense. So yeah, who was going to take the sell? I told you like your entry should be below this candle, heading way back to this level, heading way back to support. Then always try to find a good risk, because I used my 15 minutes. This was going to be my stop loss to rally all the way back down, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So nice calls on how to reduce your risk. Once you see price breaking for it to head down, we're just going to making lower lows and lower highs, and we're going up. We're just making higher highs and higher highs. On our 5 minutes, most people, once that thing happened before, most people were just going to be taking their stop loss down and down and down. And see how London opened? It just rallied all the way down. If your stops were somewhere, you were pushing your stop down, then you would have been losing money. Cut losses short and increase your win. Then what's next? Immediately I saw this, I had to go find the next entry because I know, oh, the 30 minutes closed a weak bearish. This wasn't a solid bearish. This was a weak bearish. We rejected this level, like I said. Then we headed down. So this was 13 pips. 13 pips. This was GG buys. GG buys -5. GG. GG buys. And the last one, GG sells. 13 pips. If that makes sense, anticipate moves and just take it. So yeah, we had a pretty nice call and targets and levels for prices to go to. So the London push always comes with good volume, so that's why you anticipate your move to take it. So yeah, it just rallied all the way down back to this level as marked. So I marked out my levels and it just played out. We had just one sell, just one. We had a loss, and that was 5 pips. And I used the 5 minutes because I was trying to find, before I take in trade, like I said, I tried to find a lower risk. That was it, a lower risk. My risk was just here to head all the way back up. I have had a lower risk. I don't like big. I try to find a lower risk, so in case the trade goes the wrong direction, I'm not really going to lose a lot of money. But still, I had a lower risk. I need to have a good risk to reward. And this makes sense. This just played out. So go to this level now, it's rejecting. So we're back in the range. For anyone who caught the sell, thanks for tuning in to this session. We had a pretty nice call, buys and sell. We had a loss, and yeah, we really saw how to make your trade better. Would have avoided this loss, but yeah, next time it's always going to be better. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for taking this trade. I really appreciate everyone who hopped on this live session. Tomorrow is another day. I do this Monday to Friday. You can just give it a like on the live screen. I appreciate that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Unless I forget, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends, and let's analyze and share ideas together about trading. So together we had over 24 pips, and yeah, which is not bad. Always get something. Don't rush the market. Wait for it to play out and take your trade. And yeah, nice session. Played out today, and see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. See you tomorrow.